So hello friend, I'm going to start a new series on Hadoop technology. So we'll learn about what are the Hadoop related technologies and what are the tools which are designed over Hadoop and what are the other big data technologies. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I'm a big data developer for last 8 years, and mostly I design the big data. Mostly I solve the business related problems for big data and use my own algorithms, sound data structures and all for solving those problems. Okay, so in this series what we will learn like Hadoop version 1, then we'll learn about the yarn, we'll learn about the hive, pig, spark, okay, and NoSQL as well, like Cassandra, HBase, and some other tools like Scoop, Flume, and some cloud technology as well like AWS, Azure, and one asynchronous tool like Kafka. Okay, Kafka and RabbitMQ. So these are the things we will talk about in this complete series. So this series will take at least 1 month. So in 1 month we'll cover everything. So what in every, if I take particular topic, so what will be the design? First we will understand the topic. So if I say, we can say that theory part. Okay, then we will discuss few examples with business problems. Okay, and at last we will discuss about the interview questions. So this is the structures which we will follow. First you will cover the theory part, then you will cover the examples, and then at last we will cover the equation as well. So during the example I will explain the flow, means how things are happening behind the scenes. So this will help you to crack the data science interview as well. Means if you are aware the design, and if you are aware the theory part, and you know how things work behind the scene, only after you can design a good solution. So this is the basic idea. So it's not that you are a Hadoop developer only, then you are supposed to learn everything. If you are a data science as well, so for doing a good data scientist, you need to have the complete knowledge of everything and how things work behind the scene. That is most important. Now in Hadoop version 1 we have two tools, HDFS and MapReduce. I'm not going to explain why we use the Hadoop and all. If I say in few words, so the problem was data was growing in an enormous way, and our traditional RDMS system was not able to store these data. So that's why we started the distributed system like Hadoop. Okay, so what is the distributed system? So if I explain the term of HDFS, so HDFS means Hadoop distributed system. Okay, so do you know what is system? System means, if I explain, system means your machine, your computer. Okay, let's say if let's explain the things from very scratch. Let's say you are using a computer of a hard disk of 500 GB. Okay, and you are storing your data. So let's say this machine belongs to a particular organization which is storing user data. Means this is the organization which provides some services, and for getting that particular service there are some users as well. So it can have particular users, and user data can have user ID, username, okay, user key data, user DOB, user address and all. So if I talk about in the traditional database, so we need to create a particular table for storing this data. So now if this organization is a startup, then there can be a few users which are getting the services from this particular organization, and 50 GB will be fine. Let's say for 50 GB, 1 lakh user were sufficient. For an example, I'm taking this example. So 50 GB was enough to store the data for 1 lakh user. Now, if user grows in an enormous way, then 50 GB will not be sufficient. So what is the solution? You need to increase the size for this particular disk. Okay, let's say you make it to 1 TB, right? So now what if 1 TB will not be sufficient? Then again you increase the disk. But the problem is, if you know how file system works, so let me explain that. If you know the operating system technology, so let's say this is my disk, okay, and I am storing the data in this particular disk. Okay, it's fine. If your data is increasing, you can increase the disk, no issue. But what when you are going to search particular record in this disk? So what you will do, you will start searching from here. You will start searching from here. If your disk is increasing in an enormous way, then searching a particular record will take last time. Means searching a particular record will be cost for searching a particular records will be high, because whenever you are increasing the size of a particular disk, so cost of searching a particular record will also be increased. Okay, so this was the problem. So what does it mean? So Hadoop solves two problems. One problem is, how do we handle the data which is increasing in an enormous way, and how do we retain the cost of searching? Okay, you can have a disk of infinite size, but what when you go to search something? Okay, so Hadoop solved that particular problem. So we use the Hadoop, industry use the Hadoop for storing the data, okay, which can be of infinite size, and another thing is to search a particular record. Okay, that is called the query in industry. When you query something, you are supposed to get the result within a speculated time. Okay, now HDFS means Hadoop distributed file system. Means you are supposed to distribute your file system. File system means disk. So Hadoop allows you to distribute your disk. Let's say you have 5 disks, means 5 computers. So 5 computers means 5 disk, means 5 file system. You just distribute these file system into the network. So let's say this is FS1, FS2, FS3, FS4 and FS5. So these are the 5 file system, and Hadoops make these distributed file system. So Hadoop make these 5 distributed file system like a single file system. Means these all 5 disks work like a single disk. So these all are connected. There can be different topology for connecting these file system, but Hadoop makes these multiple file system. So these multiple file system works like a single file system. So this will look like a single disk in your Hadoop file system. Okay, now if this works like a single file system, So searching will should also work like a single file system. Okay, so Hadoop add the capability in this distributed file system like this. These file system works like a single file system. So today I am stopping here, and then future videos will discuss how it actually works, what are the components of Hadoop distributed file system, and how MapReduce works and all. Thanks for watching.